Aaron Rodgers, obviously, he wants out. We've hit on that. He's possibly even thinking about retirement, apparently, as of yesterday, to get out of like having to play for Green Bay, which is crazy to me.
Can't blame him. I have to go real quick, so I'm just gonna lay down the law here. The Packers are dumb, and they don't deserve Aaron Rodgers anymore. Ryan out.
Mic drop. Mic drop.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So anyway, and I guess I'll segue this to Joe here. I want to know, for one, how we're going to start just in lay the scene here as Ryan heads out. How did the Packers screw this up so badly?
Let's see. Do you want a timeline of this, or?
I don't mean a literal timeline. I just mean, what do you think was the point where you knew when you were watching this all unfold, where you knew, shoot, Aaron Rodgers isn't going to like this?
Let's see. They lost to the Bucs.
And you think the coaching decision with LaFleur on the fourth down probably did it?
I think every event in that game led to him, all the choices, just him seeing the lack of depth at positions, especially, at corner. That's because, you just don't get burned like by Scotty Miller like that. And on the offensive line, all of these translated to Aaron Rodgers saying, "Get me the hell out of here." I
don't disagree.
It's because going into the playoffs, they were by far the best team in the NFC. Then they lost some offensive line. That shouldn't have hurt them that much. But you could see the Bucs defensive line getting to Aaron Rodgers more and more than usual. And then, you just see guys like King getting burned, and then you have the coaching calls that were crap and that anyone else could have done better.
Mike McCarthy.
I honestly think Mike McCarthy would have.
I actually agree.
He did it week 1 with the Cowboys. He went for it instead of kicking. And then now you draft a cornerback, which is good, which is what you need. You don't draft the best one. You don't
draft like the fifth best one.
You draft the fifth best one available. So he's like, "Get me the hell out of here. I wanted a receiver or a good cornerback, not this guy."
Well, yeah, and I hope Eric Stokes sees this and uses this as fuel to make his career great. Yes. But look, Eric, man, I'm sorry. I don't know a lot about your game, but I do know that there were higher rated corners above you. And I also know that when you're trying to please Aaron Rodgers, you probably draft the best possible option, as Joe is in dark mode at the moment. But my thing on this is you can't, in an NFC championship game, when you're playing Tom frickin' Brady and you're down, I'm pretty sure by more than 3 on fourth down, not bet on the league MVP to score a winning touchdown. You can say what you want about Rodgers choking in big games. I mean, his NFC championship record isn't good, but come on. You got to bet on the dude who was arguably the best quarterback in the league last season. And they just didn't do that. And I think I agree with you. That's the moment where if I'm Aaron Rodgers, I'm like, get me the heck out of here. And this kind of brings us into the next part of this, Joe. I want to ask you, is there any way after all of this BS, can Green Bay salvage this?
I think they can. I think there is obviously a chance for them to. Well, I think Aaron Rodgers has, given his list of demands, fired the GM. That's it. That's your first step. And honestly, at this rate, I agree. You should fire the GM. I don't know his name, but I know he sucks because of all the decisions he's made so far.
Yeah.
I kind of found it funny how the GM messed up in the first round of the draft and then was like, "Hey, Aaron, we know you're hurt by this pick, but we got you a receiver who has your last name."
And Amari Rodgers, I was actually going to say, I thought that was a decent pick, but you should have got a receiver in the first round.
I think there's obviously better receivers in the first round that they could have taken over Eric Stokes.
Yeah.
So yeah, first thing you got to do is just salvage this. Fire the GM. That's it. That's the first step. And then maybe he'll stay. Maybe that's all he wanted. If maybe this is just like another well, I'm not going to say Deshaun Watson thing anymore.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Other issues with Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, but I think you just got to – he is the team, and what he says you kind of have to do at this point. There's no Packers without Aaron Rodgers. That's all I'll say.
I'll give you an example. The New England Patriots basically acquiesced to all of Tom Brady's demands, and they got an extra ring out of it. Like, that's literally they traded Garoppolo. They got an extra ring out of it. Maybe it killed their future, and now, I mean, we're relying on Mac Jones, and hopefully that pans out. And that's the Patriots, right? Like, we've seen what happens when a great franchise loses their star quarterback. And 7-9, not great, not going to lie. And maybe things are looking up, but it's not reliably. Then you have the Packers. They've been spoiled by good quarterback play the last 20-something years because they go directly from Favre to Rodgers.
Honestly, for the whole franchise history they've had, like Bart Starr, then Brett Favre, then Aaron Rodgers. I mean,
they can't just invest money in their ability to just turn Jordan Love into the next one of those, especially because I don't think Rodgers and Jordan Love are boys after how much that draft pick angered him. So for me on this, it's like, you need to recognize that in the NFL, you're not guaranteed a good quarterback. This is coming from a Patriots fan. I got so spoiled by 20 years of Tom Brady that the second he left, I didn't know what I was watching on offense. Packers fans are going to be in for the same fate if they don't do what Joe is saying. And look, GMs are more replaceable than stud quarterbacks are.
Yeah,
100%. You can come at me for that. You can say no guys above the organization, but Aaron Rodgers is quite frankly what holds them together. We saw what happened when he got hurt a couple of years ago. Like, it's that simple.
Yeah, and I like your wording for that. No guys above the organization, but the GM. If you say that for the Packers, the GM's not the organization. He's nowhere even close. Aaron Rodgers is the organization right now. Brett Favre was the organization back in the day. It's the Packers right now is a quarterback organization. They make the demands. They get what they want, and rightfully so, because they produce.
And it's it's a proven enough guys fresh off an MVP year. We know the injuries haven't held him back. People thought potentially after 2019 and 2018 he'd be dipping. He absolutely was not. Aaron Rodgers is the guy you have to bend over backwards for. And I think that we pretty much hit that point. Joe, is there anything else you want to say about Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay?
I mean, not really. I mean, just fire Brian Gutekunst.
You butchered that name, but yes.
I did. No, I definitely did. But honestly, it deserves to be butchered after his horrible draft day.
Fair enough.